I am finally going to do a review on the Alpinestars Tech 7 boots. I have been meaning to do a review on these for quite a while now, so I'm excited to finally sit down and take the time to talk about these boots because they're awesome. So if you're a motocross rider, you've probably seen a million reviews, but this is not necessarily geared towards motocross riders. It's geared towards adventure riders. You know, when I first got into adventure riding, I scoured the internet, came up with a couple of boots that were adventure boots. And the first thing I noticed is that they just weren't tough enough. There were points in the boot where if the bike dropped on that special point, you're screwed. Your foot's gonna break and you're gonna have some certain issues. For whatever reason, they market these adventure boots, and they might be good for some people, I don't know, but they weren't good for me. My need for boots was protection. When I go out adventure riding, I like to go off-road. I like to go on adventures, and if you do that, you're going to eventually go down at some point, whether you're going 1 mile an hour or 20 miles an hour, whatever, 30. And you want to be protected as best as you can. So I look towards the motocross. Motocross, those guys have to be sort of streamlined, but protected. And that's kind of like what I want, especially I'm in California here, and I know in a lot of other places, heat is a big issue. When the colder weather comes in, it's a little bit different, but in the heat, you can't really be wearing these adventure suits. They're just way too hot. Yeah, they're protective, and they have this great denier, but I found that layering in a motocross fashion is the way to go, and I love it. I'm not turning back. So I just wanted to talk about my boots and what I wear when I go adventure riding. I basically wear an MX outfit. So I've gotten to using these Mobius knee braces. That with the boots, you can see how it protects you pretty amazingly. And now I just wear a pair of, motocross pants, which are super light. They've aerated, but they're abrasion resistant. So if you do go down, they got some serious leather in here. You're protected here. This is just the sugar on top. And I'll wear elbow pads, and I wear these Alpinestars, I think they're called Bionic Free Rides. I'll wear these underneath because they've got massive thigh protection, hip, coccyx bone, and these I find are fantastic. And then the other thing is layering. These jackets, the first time I went off-roading in the desert, it got so hot, I had to take the jacket off, and the jacket had the elbow pads, these shoulder pads, and the back protector, and I had no chest protection, and I thought, man, this is dangerous, you got to keep the jacket on, but it was over 100 degrees. So I looked across the motocross, and this is what I came up with. This is what I've been using now, the Liet 6.5 chest protector. So it goes on, it's a massive back protector, it's got rib protection, side protection, shoulder pads. So I wear that, and then I just wear a very light shirt over it. And if I get on the highway to go home, I could put my jacket on. I've got a layering system now. I've got a Moto rack that is waterproof. It's an anorak. It fits right over, and I have that for rain, but you can also wear it to and from your off-road, excursions on the pavement side of it. And I find that it's plenty protection to go with. So, but getting back to the boots, yeah, I can't say enough about Alpinestars, these Tech 7s. I love Alpinestars, the company. Italy just has a great history of leather making and style. I remember when I was fortunate enough about 10 years ago to visit Italy for about 6 weeks. Went down the Amalfi Coast and into Florence, and one day we went to the Church of Santa Croce. I can't remember exactly where it is. It might be in Florence. I could be wrong on that though. Anyway, it's a beautiful church. It has the resting place of Michelangelo and Marconi and others. And out front there's this beautiful marble structure of Dante Alighieri. And in the back of the church, which many people don't know about, is a college of leather making. And the college, I believe it was instituted during World War II, and some of its first students were orphans of the war. And General Eisenhower at that time, I think he was the head of the Fifth Fleet, was stationed in Italy, and had a good rapport with the Italian people, and apparently visited that college. And when he became president, they gifted him something for his desk, a leather piece that he accepted and had in his, in the White House on his Oval Office desk for the remainder of his term. I thought that was kind of cool. But my point is that, Italian has a great history of leather making. They have great history of style, and I like that mixture between the two. So yeah, super comfortable boot, very well made. The buckles open and close like butter, and in the heat, they're about as comfortable as you're going to get for such a big boot. The other issue a lot of adventure riders have is that they don't like the MX look, kind of like the Star Wars look, but there are times when I do have a Alpinestars Revenant suit and other colder weather pants where you can just put them over the boot, and then the bottom part pretty much just looks like a sneaker. So if you want that more natural, subdued look, you can get away with putting the pant over the boot and still have that protection. That's normally what I do in the colder months. Another thing I like about them is how easy they go on and off. It's not like a ski boot where you dread getting in and out of them. These are extremely simple to get on and off. I've actually done a little bit of hiking in them, went off-road, and we stopped at some historical site and did a little bit of hiking, and they're comfortable considering they're such a big protective boot. The other thing is, when they're brand new, they can be quite squeaky, but I did find a YouTube video where a guy shows you how to take care of that. You just use a little bit of WD-40 in a bunch of the places, and it really does take care of it. You have to do it every 6 months or so. I'm kind of ready to do it again, but it does work. But I love these. They're fantastic. They're super comfortable, stylish, I think. Come in a bunch of different colors. I think the next one I'm going to go up to is the Tech 10, which is a little more aerated. I think they designed them now to have a lot more airflow. Although I have to say I don't complain about these in the heat. They're comfortable enough. But if they make them even better, I'll look into those. But these are the Tech 7s, and I just highly recommend them for adventure riding. I think, that the layering system, same way like in skiing, the layering is the way to go. And I think it can translate to adventure riders. So if you're having any issues with heat, look into MX, where they do have, like I said, neutral colors too. But I find it's fantastic. I really like the layering system. Anyway, so that's it. Hope it helps. These are the Alpinestars Tech 7 MX boots, and I think they're fantastic for adventure riding on big motorcycles. Stay safe out there, and peace out. Yeah, see?